Today we're joined by Dr. Kelley Gebhardt with Happy Tales Veterinary Emergency Clinic. And so you guys were open during both storms for, pieces and parts of that. What kind of like storm related or winter related kind of issues did you see?
Most of them were related to stress. So say dogs being bored and chewing up things they're not supposed to, getting into the trash, so foreign bodies, pancreatitis, gastroenteritis, and cats with urinary issues because the stress of, say, an indoor-outdoor cat that can't go outside, stress of not being able to get outside, or they bring an outdoor cat into the house with an indoor cat, and that dynamic causes stress, which leads to urinary tract issues in cats. Those were some of the main things that we saw.
Yeah, I definitely get the whole dogs being bored and wanting to eat like all things that they should not want to eat. How do we keep them occupied when you can't go out?
Right, it's a challenge because these, especially with smart dogs, high energy dogs, so you have to stimulate them mentally and physically. So if you have like a snuffle mat, you can hide treats in, so you're stimulating them mentally, and with their mouth and the treats, you can play fetch in the house if you can. You can teach them how to find treats in the house. You can work on behavioral training indoors. Those are some of the things you can do, but it's a challenge.
It is a challenge. All right. So my dog wanted to play outside, wanted to run in the snow, loved it. Is that okay that we play out in the snow? And do we have to keep it like at a certain time?
Yeah, I think you just need to be mindful of your particular pet. So very young, very old, very thin, dogs with short hair coats, they're not going to be able to be out as long as other dogs. If you have a very thick-coated, husky or a Pyrenees, they can be out there for a long time. But general rule of thumb, if it's too cold for you, it's too cold for them. So you want to limit the amount of time because their bodies are still going to suffer the effects of the cold. You may want, if your dog is very low rider, or even if it's not, you might want to get a jacket that covers under their belly so that when their belly runs on the snow that it's not quite as shocking to them.
Okay. Well, speaking of that, I think there's a lot of dogs out there who are like, oh yeah, I am not going out in this and I'm not going to do my business in this. I'm just not going to go out of the house. And you've got all kinds of owners who are like, oh my gosh, you got to go outside. So what should we do? I mean, there is snow everywhere.
I think the best thing you can do is shovel a path for them to go potty in a little circular area where they have areas they can pee and poop in multiple spots, but shovel a path so that their bodies aren't getting a little shock to the belly, or when they squat down, they're not getting that cold right on their bottom. Shovel a path, give them a spot to go, and that should encourage them. And lots of treats and love after they do the thing outside.
Do we need to be wiping off their paws? So many of us have put down ice melt or something like that.
Definitely. You don't want them to lick it off their paws, and some of that ice melt can be very sharp and get like stuck in their paws, causing pain and lameness. So you want to make sure to wipe off their paws and their bellies and their legs. They're going to be walking on the salt. If you can use pet-friendly salt around your house, that's most important. You're not always going to be able to get that on your community sidewalks. So just make sure if they're limping, check their paws, look for pieces of salt, wipe them really well. Warm washcloth will help as well.
So I know you said if it's too cold for you, it's too cold for them. There's a bunch of us who it is too cold for us to walk outside, but they do still need to be walked, yes?
Yep, you just got to do, even if it's out to pee and poo for 5 minutes, that's fine. You don't need to go on a 10 or 15-minute walk when it's, in the teens. Just in and out, pee and poop, and do some entertainment inside.
Okay. Anything else that we should be thinking about? Like with Valentine's Day around the corner, I think about this and I think of all the treats that I'm going to want to buy my pet and let my pet eat. What is your rule for treats?
Think of every biscuit as a cookie. So if we eat 3 Oreos, that's a lot of Oreos, right? But so if we give our pets 3 cookies or 3 biscuits or 5 biscuits or 10 biscuits, that's like us eating 10 cookies. So portion is important. They don't care the size of the cookie they're getting as much as the fact that they're getting a cookie. So a little piece is as satisfying as a big cookie, right? So portion, that's the main thing to be thinking about. And there are other ways to share our love with our pets that are not food related.
No, that is not possible. Are you sure?
I know.
Okay, but go ahead,
tough.
tell me.
But body massages, I've started giving my older dog a little body massage now. He starts to come up and ask for it. It's really cute, but like full body massages helps work out soreness and decrease arthritic pain. You can get him a groom, get a little cute little red bows in their hair, little collar, little heart-shaped toys and treats. Those are some extra walks when it's not freezing out. Those are some things.